Hello, and welcome to another edition of Learn IT with Mr. P. Today's topic, I will show you how to get started with the Nano text editor. This is the Nano homepage on the internet, nano-editor.org. You don't have to download it because it's usually pre-installed on virtually every Linux distribution that you'll encounter. If you're using a Macintosh and go into the terminal, Nano will probably be there as well. It's a good basic text editor, useful for writing simple programs, as in Bash. I've used it for writing Python programs. It's also great when you need to edit some configuration files you're likely to encounter on your system. It uses Alt and Control key combinations, not a mouse. Because it's text-based, it'll work very quickly, even over an SSH client link to a remote system. Very powerful, very easy to use. I will show you next how to do some editing with it and how to do some great tips to make your life with Nano a little bit easier. Okay, let's get started with our first file. I'm here using a single window within my Linux box or running Ubuntu Linux. It'll be the same or pretty much the same on almost any Linux distribution out there. I'll type in the word Nano, and there's no parameters, just type in the word Nano, and it comes up with the screen. A couple of things to point out. On top it says new buffer. This just indicates that you do not have a file name yet selected for the file you're going to create. And along the bottom you'll see some keys that say uppercase. It looks like an uppercase, but it's actually a Control G for get help, Control X for exit, and all the other commands are going to be using some sort of key combinations. Again, they're not using a mouse for this, it's only text-based. So let's type in some text. I'm going to type in my name, and I'm going to type in some words like fish, cat, dog. To navigate within this window, you can either use your arrow keys to move up or down, and if you use a space bar and backspace. Again, you can use the select text for copy and pasting, but get used to using it using just the command line. When you're done with the text that you've created, use the Control X key. Control, by the way, is an arrows on the lower left hand side of my keyboard. Hold that down and hit the letter X. It'll then exit. Here's where it's saying to save the modified buffer. Essentially, if you say no, it'll exit this program, the Nano program, and nothing will be saved on your computer. But I'm going to say Y or yes. It's going to ask you for a name. I'm just going to call it demo txt, demotext.txt. It identifies this as a text file to the computer. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to go back to where I started. I'm going to type in the letter command ls to show me that that file is actually there. And there it is, demotext.txt. And I'll use the cat command to demonstrate that I can see exactly what's in there. And that's the command, that's the file that I just created with the name Neil, fish, cat, and dog. If I want to go back and edit the same file, add or subtract something, I'll type in the word nano again, but this time instead of leaving the word nano and then nothing else, I'll type in the name of the file that I want to go back into. And again, demotext.txt. And now when I bring up the file, it says along the top demotext, the name of the file that I created. And you can see here that the file still has all the information that I've added before. I'm going to add something else to it. Let's say the word cow. And now when I exit, Control X, it'll say again, do you want to save the modified buffer? I'll say yes. And again, it comes up with the same name as before. I can then create a new name if I wish. If I'd enter, it'll save it under the same name. So I'm just going to enter. It's going to save it under the same name. And again, I'll use the cat command to show that that file now has the word cow that's been added. Hey, this is Mr. P. I really hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, and make your comments known so I can plan what new videos you'd like me to do. Till next time, keep learning.